Also, on that point, which are your favorite films? Tell us a couple of names.
Oh, there's so many of them. There are so many of them. I will restrict myself to Hindi films.
Yes, yes.
For now, if I go into world cinema, the list
This
is
is endless list.
endless list. Uh, I I was most inspired in my growing up years with Do Aankhein Barahat of V. Shantaram. Uh, it was a very difficult film to make, and it was inspired by uh, true happenings, but it took uh, it created a story. It's a story of six murderers who've been sentenced to life imprisonment or death penalty, and how this police officer converts them by living in an open jail into great uh, civilians who would now contribute to the society. So, that's why jails were always meant for reforming. That's what our legal justice system is about. It's about reform, it's not about punishment. So, I believed in that film. Obviously, there was Do Biga Zameen uh, by which, by Bimal Roy, which was amazingly performed, and it's a story about displacement of the farmer of this nation, how the land he fights for, and he's borrowed money against that, and he goes to the town, pulls a rickshaw in Kolkata, a hand rickshaw, and his whole family titter bitter ho jati hai, but when he returns back with his family, there's a factory on his land, and he is an outsider and a stranger to his own motherland, to his own mitti. So that was very heartbreaking. There is definitely, I love films like Chupke Chupke, Padosan. Those films have made me laugh and cry. इतने हंसे कि आंसू निकल आए. I've loved films like Garam Hawa, which was beautifully crafted again in the aftermath of the partition of this country, and how societies within societies kind of coexist, and the whole uh, complications that happen as such. Uh, I've loved films like Lagan and very modern day contemporary cinema. It spoke about that you can do anything. एक बार आप मिल तो जाओ, और जब साथ आ जाते तो एक टीम बना लो बस. And the metaphor was cricket, and it was beautifully shown. But that is also a truly patriotic film.
Right.
It was not fighting the enemy with guns and bombs. It was fighting it out on spirit, on integrity, on swabhiman. So those are bigger values, and that was a very brave film also. So the list is endless, and it goes on and on. But these are the ones which came to me. Guide was an amazing film for me. Guide was a film about a woman who wants to express herself. And at that time, women were not given the liberty to have a voice. So it was a film about that. And then again, it was a tragic film, but yet it had a spiritual connect towards the end of it. So there's been great cinema. There have been magnificent, great films like Mughal Azam. You just pointed out on a film called Hakikat, which was made for the China war. And we lost the war, but still the film makes you feel for the soldiers. It showed it the way it was. It was not chhati thokna. It was about how painfully we lost our sons, and that we need to do better. So these are some great films that made a huge difference to the way I conceive films.
Great films, all of them. And before we finish this conversation, one last question: if given a chance, which film you would like to make out of these?
I would definitely, in today's time, see, films have to be relevant. Also, for me, everybody has their own system. I would say Do Biga Zameen.
The way you described the entire generation of patriotic films, and so it was a very nice conversation. And thanks for taking time for us.
Thank you very much.